when I speak in Thai I think I'm speaking like this มันเลยแบบเบลอๆมันจะแบบชิวๆไป
ลิ้นเปรี้ยๆนิดนึง
แบบลิ้นขี้เกียจอะ I know what it's supposed to sound like but sometimes I say it out loud and it just ไม่ใช่นี่นะเป๊ะNo,
just for fun.
Just for fun.
Yeah, that's how brothers
Beat them up a
and
little
siblings
bit.
work,
Yeah,
right?
break their arm. Send them to the hospital.
This one.
Nepo Baby.
Do you hate this word?
For all Nepo babies out there. To accept it, own it, and work hard, to justify it. It gets you to the door, but whether or not you can stay, that's on you. Are subjective, and I'm not that smart. Make it less people in the pool?
Yeah. Elephant ride.
Within
to
15 minutes? To the airport?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think we can do that either.
You keep saying no. That's all I hear. This is how you would actually react in the real situation with a jerk like me.
Just limited worldview.
ด่าจะแสบน้อยกว่า Have you ever had feelings for your friend?
Yes. Do you ever see me as a friend? Because she and I think very similarly.
Really?
Yeah, we have very similar ways of thinking. She's also a STEM major. She majored in chemistry. I majored in biology.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, so we have very logical steps in thinking.
I don't think you would call Cher Prang or
Homie.
your girlfriend homie. Yeah, but basically, you're a great guy. I like you.
Thank you. I like you too.
Thank you. จากข้อมูลหลังบ้านเราพบว่า 70% ของคนดูรายการคำนี้ดีฟีเจอริงไม่ได้กดเปิดซับไตเติลครับไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกันว่าเพราะว่าคุณไม่ได้ต้องการซับไตเติลหรือคุณไม่รู้ว่าเรามีซับไตเติลให้ด้วยนะครับจริงๆแล้วเรามีให้2ภาษาเลยทั้งไทยแล้วก็อังกฤษเปิดใช้บริการกันได้นะครับถ้าสมมติเกิดดูอยู่บนมือถือให้กดปุ่ม CC ที่ขวาบนถ้าสมมติเกิดดูอยู่ที่แล็ปท็อปนะครับให้กดเครื่องหมายไอคอนของคำบรรยายที่มุมขวาล่างกดเลยครับเอมสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
Welcome to the show
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
I feel great being able to speak English on a show like this.
Because you told me earlier that you didn't get to have a chance to speak English.
Yeah, no, I never thought I'd have a chance to just fully go all out and just have a full conversation in English.
So in real life, you do that, but not in front of a camera, not so much.
No, I'm actually freaking out a little bit right now because
Really?
my brain is like, okay, we're doing PR for the series. That's typically Thai mode,
Right.
not English mode. English is like my casual mode when I speak to friends and whatnot. So I'm a bit freaked out. It's unusual.
But you get to do something different today.
Yeah, I'm very happy. Thank you for the opportunity.
No
very
problem.
Happy to be here.
Okay. So we've seen you everywhere, I think. On all the shows, on the talk shows, variety shows, and we're gonna get to see you fully as a leading role on the series.
Yes.
It's gonna happen pretty soon too.
Yes, my first series.
Right.
Premiering soon, very soon.
How does it feel?
Super excited. It's been something I've been looking forward to a lot, and the work is done. Now I just get to enjoy what everybody's put so much effort in.
What kind of score or grade would you give yourself for your first series?
Oh, I haven't actually seen it all.
Okay.
So I can't say. I've only seen 2 episodes, and it wasn't fully complete or anything. But I'm pretty happy. But there are points where I'm like, but it's I think it happens a lot with anybody who's behind the scenes or working on something.
Yeah.
When you watch it back, you're going to be more critical than somebody who's not.
Right.
Especially when it's yourself. My dad had the same thing.
Yeah.
I went to watch Lan Ma with my dad, and he was so critical of his performance. I was like, what are you talking about? You did so well. Everybody was like, what?
Right.
Yeah. I think this is the thing.
Not necessarily a bad thing, especially for the performer or the actor.
Yeah.
It's important for them to criticize themselves in a healthy way, right?
Super important. Yeah. Because I know myself the best. I think I also see little spots where I'm like, I could have done better.
What other people don't see, you see.
Maybe.
Okay.
But we'll see. I'm open to all feedback, but overall I'm very happy with my performance. Everybody worked so hard.
All right. We're going to be talking in detail more about this too, but let's start off with something fun, light, and random.
Okay.
So this is called one word or more. ขอ1 คำจากคุณเอมนะครับ Okay, one word that is an adjective that your dad would describe you.
Peaceful.
Peaceful, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see that coming at all. Like peaceful? That's not usually the thing that dad would see in the son. Like, oh, my son is so peaceful.
Yeah, I guess not.
Really?
I'm just that guy. I've always been a more chill person, and I seek peace. I want everybody to be happy. It's just my default mode.
And how about your mom? Would she use the same word to describe you?
I don't know what she would use. She'd call me a brat or something.
Okay, that's the word.
Brat. Okay.
But that's the opposite of peaceful.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's quite interesting that the super opposite words.
Yeah.
One from dad, one from mom. Okay. All right. So one word that you use a lot.
I like to say it is what it is.
Okay.
A lot. You may have heard that. Yeah, it is what it is. It's
In what context mostly?
Anything that happens, you can say it is what it is. But it's also like it's a way of letting go of something maybe you're disappointed in or something that didn't go exactly how you thought it would.
Right.
It's just it is what it is. You let it pass.
Yeah, because that could be said in a different way too, right?
Yeah,
It is what it is.
It could be an excuse as well.
Too.
Yeah. You could use it as just a way to push something off.
Right.
Yeah, it's a multi-use for sure.
Okay. How about one most difficult word in Thai, in your opinion?
One most difficult word in
like Thai word that you find super difficult.
There are so many Thai words.
Do you struggle with like any of them in particular?
Not in particular, because I don't realize that I struggle until I try to say it out loud. Like in my head, like I grew up Thai, Thai family, everything. I know what it's supposed to sound like, but sometimes I say it out loud and it just, ไม่ใช่นี่นะมันทำไมมันออกแบบนั้นนะ
It came out wrong.
Yeah, I because I've learned in international school since I was a kid. I have a lazy mouth. Because I'm used to speaking English, with an American accent where you don't move your mouth as much. And I don't use my tongue at all. I've never had to think about moving my tongue while talking.
Gotcha.
As soon as I speak Thai, it's like มันเลยแบบเบลอๆมันจะแบบชิวๆไป
ลิ้นเปลี่ยนๆนิดนึง
แบบลิ้นขี้เกียจอ่ะพี่บอยเคยบอกเลยว่า
That's a real condition.
Move your mouth, really? Oh wow.
Like lazy tongue.
Lazy tongue, yeah. I might have it.
Okay. Yeah, just maybe you have it too. Like, okay. How do you fix it?
You have to really focus on enunciating.
Enunciate.
When I speak in Thai, I think like this. I think I'm speaking like this all the time, but then it comes out normal, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
Right. Move your mouth more. Like use your tongue, use your teeth. Yes. Okay. All right.
So no specific word, just all of it.
Yeah.
All of it's hard.
How about give me one subject at school that you like and dislike the most?
Like? I always liked biology. That was always fun for me.
That's what you studied too.
That's what I studied.
Uni, right?
Yeah. And dislike. It's weird. I both like and dislike art. It's really weird. Yeah,
really?
Art.
How so?
As a kid, I was always like a drawer. I was always like a daydreamer. I'd always draw little dinosaurs, little monsters, and everything. And apparently, I was good as a kid. So that put pressure on me.
Okay.
So when I grew up and I had to take art classes, I was never brave enough to actually draw. It was always like I had like a creative like block because I had like expectations, I guess. Yeah. Art.
Yeah, that's a super bad word, expectations.
Yeah. Pressure.
It could work so much against you, even though you're doing something that you like, but then you feel the pressure, the expectations, and then the next minute you hate it.
Yeah. Then you don't want to do it anymore.
Oh, okay. Do you ever go back to drawing anything at all?
Every now and again. For fun. But now I keep it like a super like private thing. It's just like, okay, I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just doing it for fun.
Okay.
To, like, let my mind just go.
Yeah, but maybe something you keep doing it like as a private thing of your own. And that's okay too. You don't have to put everything out for people to see, right? Yeah. Just do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. You mentioned biology. So can you give us one random word or one random fact about biology that you like?
Okay, this is a bit weird, but I just learned about resistant starches.
Resistant what?
Resistant starches. It's like a carbohydrate.
Okay.
Okay, this is really weird.
Oh, starches.
Starches. Yeah, starches.
Okay.
Resistant starches. So apparently, some carbohydrates, if they are heated and then subsequently frozen for periods of over like 12 hours, they can become what's called resistant starch. So it's basically a carbohydrate that's harder to digest. It's more difficult to digest. That makes it a prebiotic. So that means it's not digested directly by your gut lining, but it's digested by the bacteria in your stomach.
So it's a good
actually
thing.
It's a way to feed your gut bacteria directly and not spike your blood sugar as much.
Because I was going to ask, so should we put like our leftover bread in the fridge?
It doesn't work for all of it. It works for like, for example, like sweet potatoes. But it's good. Yeah, it's good. It would act like as a fiber. It would feed the gut bacteria instead of just going straight into your bloodstream.
I see. Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
It's very easy, very simple.
When did you find out about your love for biology and how?
I've always liked biology. Like not the scale, like the cellular scale. Nobody likes that stuff. I loved animals. I've always loved animals as a kid. I was hooked on Animal Planet as a kid. I loved Steve Irwin. He was like my first like idol. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how about this one? If you have to screen only one word on the t-shirt that you will have to wear like every day for a year, and you can choose only one word to put on the shirt, your shirt.
Just one word on the shirt.
Yeah, just one word. What word would that be?
Peace.
Peace.
Simple.
True peace
Just
seeker.
peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace.
I sound like a hippie right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How about an ice cream? If you can create your own ice cream brand, right? What would be the one word or more that you choose to name your flavor?
It would be like armored chocolate or something.
Armored?
Yeah, armored. Yeah, it would be like multiple layers. If it's gonna represent me,
Okay.
First layer has to be like bitter,
Okay.
rougher. Second layer, sweet.
Yeah. Because you're like layers like onions?
Yeah, I mean everybody is.
Yeah.
Everybody is. Yeah.
So hard shell on the outside, pretty bitter probably,
Yeah.
and then sweeter as we go in.
Yeah. And the last layer, inner layer, still bitter.
That's
how
a
the
good
final
surprise.
layer is bitter. Yeah.
Like bitter, sweet,
And then bitter.
And the core.
The very core.
Is your core bitter? You think?
I think everybody's core is selfish. I think that's like human
That's
nature.
primitive.
I think so.
Super.
Biology.
Yeah, biology.
I think so. I think we are designed to be selfish, not good or bad. I think, that's natural.
How about this one? What would be your one word goal for the next 9 years?
Ooh. Next 9 years. Happiness.
Happiness. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you like describe or like paint a picture for us? Like, what do you see in this word? Like,
Happiness.
what is happy life for you?
First you have to be able to take care of yourself, like financially and everything. Take care of maybe people you're responsible for financially as well. But you also have to meet your, emotional needs. You have to have like a good friend group, a good balance of everything. That's happiness. Just balance.
Very realistic answer. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the big goal at the end of the day. It's always about happiness, I think.
Yeah. It could be like any period goal. Like it doesn't have to be 9 years.
Yeah.
It could be like
it's
tomorrow.
now. It's
now.
One day, 1 hour, whatever. Yeah.
And we all know well why it has to be 9 years in this question.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, you wonder why.
I wonder why.
So, is the name of the series, right?
Yes,
so,
it is.
9 years of you.
9 years of you.
แต่ละปีที่มีเธอ
ครับผม
It's a great name. I like it.
It is. It's a crazy concept.
Yeah.
Where it's a series with 9 episodes, and each episode will cover a year for the characters. So 9 years total.
So you see the journey, you see the growth.
Yes. And there's going to be little gaps in between each episode. It's not going to be directly, obviously an episode, it's not going to be like a full year.
Okay.
So you'll see the characters grow, and because there's 9 years, so much stuff can happen. So much stuff.
So this couple, you and Cher Prang, they started off as a couple right away, or it would take time for the first years to...
They started off as friends.
Okay.
Friends. They've been friends for a while, I think, since in the story, 7th grade. But the story starts at, I think, last year of college. So yeah, they've known each other for a while, but only through very specific circumstances do they come and have a moment where they're like, wait a minute, we might think of each other more than friends.
So เชอปราง she's great. I haven't met her in person, but I love it every time she go on the talk show and she like get to speak up her mind and stuff. So I guess you've learned from her a lot because well she's your รุ่นพี่ in the วงการ
She
right?
is my รุ่นพี่
Yeah.
And I got to spend a lot of time with her just through workshopping and through a lot of scenes that like you have to use so much emotion and everything. She helped me out so much very like directly and also as a whole of like how to take in like everything with the industry because she and I think very similarly.
Really?
Yeah, we have very similar ways of thinking. She's also a STEM major. She majored in chemistry. I majored in biology.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
so we have very logical steps in thinking and I can follow her steps, she can follow mine. So she just told me what it's going to be like and how to handle myself basically. But she was also very welcoming on set. She was very nice.
I think it's great to work with someone who's like on the same wavelength as you.
Basically. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. And what has working on the first series taught you?
Oh, so much. Every day was a learning experience. I learned that I need to lower my stemness, my logicalness.
Your stemness.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because I really thought that like, you know, acting, I could just, it's obviously it's important to feel, but you can just, at the end of the day, it's about saying the lines and making the face. That's what I thought, right? You can't do that. There's no way. There's a much greater degree of like artistry to it that you have to do or else they'll see it. You know, they'll see it in your eyes, they'll see it in your body language, something, little nuances that you, it's easier, it's much better if you just believe it. You know, you can't just fake it. It's yeah.
Is it like you have to put away your logic in order to work or you have to find other way to use your logic or your stemness to work better?
It's not going to go away, my stemness, my logical brain. I have to like, my logical brain like decides that I can't be logical right now. And that's, part of that is using the logical brain to like realize like, okay, ต้องแบบเข้าโหมดแบบ you know, more emotional, more like, you know, feeling.
Okay.
Not thinking as much. Yeah.
But that's for how you work. But what about the character himself?
Yeah.
Does he have any stemness
of course.
in his background?
Great. He has a great amount of stemness. The character is to an extent based off of me. So there's a lot of similarity there. I don't have to reach as far to reach the character. So yeah, he's actually very similar, very STEMmy. So I don't have to take it out as much. But when I'm like acting, I think a lot about the script. There's an extra worrying with the language. I have to like practice the script a lot more to have the words like, you know, feel right in my mouth. You know, it sound natural, not like forced.
Yeah.
So there's an extra layer of like worry and preparation. So when I'm actually on set, there's a chance like for me to just overthink and just like, you know, robot, just do.
Right.
So I need to let that go. But I also need to practice a lot or else it's going to sound weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this word. So STEMmy. You
Very
can
STEMmy.
start using it like เด็กเป็นอะไรที่เด็กวิทย์ประมาณนั้นเด็กวิทย์
มากๆจริงๆครับ
STEMmy. Yeah, I love it.
Not the plant, not the stem of the plant.
Right.
Stem.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually the point of the whole thing is that what you mentioned that the couple they have been friends before and then they changed the nature of their relationship, right? So, okay. So, having said that, we are going into the second segment of our show, and it's called คำนี้ดีไหม So, we're not just talking words, but we're gonna rate them. We're gonna give them scores. So,
Rate
please,
words?
give the score to each word by writing on the whiteboard here on a scale of 1 to 10. Homie to honey. So,
Homie
basically,
to honey.
friends first, then sweetheart.
Friends to friends to couple.
Yeah, I don't think you would call เชอปราง like or
Homie.
your girlfriend homie. Yeah, but basically it's like friend.
I get it.
Friend, and then
They wanted the double H.
Yeah,
Homie to honey.
just
I see
just
you.
to rhyme.
I see.
Right? Okay, so what do you think ดูซิว่าคนที่แบบ STEMmy จะคิดอย่างไรในการแบบให้คะแนนคำนี้ 8 out of 10 okay so it's pretty high
It's pretty high.
okay so you kind of agree or you think this is a kind of good of a way to start a relationship
To an extent, it's good because I think if you're gonna be in a relationship with someone, you should be able to be their friend. You know, because it's not like you will have romantic feelings and whatnot, but everything's gonna fade. You know, it's not gonna be the honeymoon phase forever, and you have to like the person for the person, and that's what your friends are, just people you like. That's it.
sure
So I don't think it's wrong to start as friends and then realize you have romantic feelings later. And it's a good sort of filter, I think, if you really genuinely like the person. It at least guarantees that you're not being shallow, you know, and that you're not just, looking at their appearance. But it depends on the person because it can make it very complicated where it's like, did you ever see me as a friend, stuff like that. But yeah, for me, I think it's a fine way. So I give it an 8, maybe a 7. Maybe I should have given a 7. Maybe a 7. Yeah.
It comes down a little. Okay. But it could be the other way around too. Like the relationship, the romantic part starts first and then the friendness comes after. It could be that too.
It could be that too for sure.
Yeah.
But if you start as friends that already, But I guess that's all relationships. You have to try and see.
Right.
It's never guaranteed.
Did it ever happen to you? Like, have you ever had feelings for your friend?
Yes.
Of course, right?
Yeah. And I acted on it,
Yeah?
Yeah, if I have that, it's not going to be like I wouldn't like let that stay because I think that's weird. That's not being genuine with your friend, so yeah.
So just be straight with them.
Yeah. Yeah. And if they're not okay with it, it's okay. Just talk it out. As long as you are communicating. I think it'll
And have you
work
ever
out.
been on the other side, like on the other side of the fence? Like you
Like a friend?
found out that your friend has feelings for you.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
And did it get awkward? How did it get?
No, at first it did many cases, but at the end of the day, if you talk it out, I think it's okay. It's really okay. But I will admit that most of my friends are guys, so it's not. It doesn't happen as often as like maybe other people.
But it could possibly happen.
Yeah,
too,
it could
right?
as well.
Yeah.
Could as well. Yeah.
But just talk
Just
it out.
talk it out. That's
Right.
all. No confusion. Just be honest.
Okay.
And it'll figure itself out.
All right. Okay. So how about this one? So
Nepo Baby.
yeah, you could do you hate this word? Or
No.
do you see it as like, okay, it's just the fact and it's the way people call it?
It's the fact. It's the way people call it. The root of it is nepotism, right?
Right.
It's like the giving of. It's fine. I'm not offended by it. It is what I am. I have to fully admit that, and
Right.
I've benefited from it. But yeah,
You own it?
I own it.
Yeah.
So I think it would be not fair to say I'm not.
Right.
That's where it's wrong. That's where it's like you don't acknowledge that
Right.
you have been given more opportunity. You have
True.
gotten a certain privilege. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it means like you use your status or influence to give an unfair advantage
Yes.
to your own family.
Yes.
Yes. And it could sound wrong to some people
Yes.
who would see it as like not fair.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's not fair if you get opportunity that way?
I think is it not fair? To an extent it's not fair, but I think to an extent it happens with everybody, not just the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if your dad works at I don't know, like a business.
Or at the university?
Yeah, it's we're people. We're not robots. Everything whatever industry, whatever, it's all at its foundation is people. And people build relationships. And relationships carry over. That's how it works, unless you're working a super STEMmy job, then that's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, have I gotten advantages? I have to fully admit that I have. Yeah, for sure.
So has it ever become a pressure or an insult to you before? Like people use this word to
Yeah.
attack you?
I think so. I haven't looked at it too much, but I don't have any work out yet.
Maybe that's the best.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
don't look into it
but
too much.
I don't want to be that guy where it's like I only look at the positive. I have to I'm the type to again my STEMiness. I want to look at everything before I make a decision or like I judge how it is. I have to take everything, you know?
Yeah.
There's a saying, the artist doesn't turn a blind eye to anything, you know? They have to take everything in. So
Right.
I'd like to do that too.
Then it's up to you how you would use the experience or the perception to live your life, right?
Yeah. But I think it's important for all Nepo babies out there to accept it, own it, and work hard, you know, to justify it, you know?
Right. So you think it's important to justify it or to prove it?
Yes, I think there is a pressure to justify it. But, you know, if you don't justify it, it won't work out either way. You know what I mean? 'Cause if you get there and you're not actually right for it, it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
Especially in an industry like this where a lot of it's based on public opinion. You know, if you're there and you can survive in that job or whatever that you got, then that means you're okay to be there.
Right. Yeah.
It gets you to the door, but whether or not you can stay, that's on you.
Right.
That's on your merit.
You can confirm either like opinions of this word, right?
I agree with both. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's good and bad.
Okay. So for Nepo Baby, what kind of score would you give it?
I forgot I had to score the words. Nepo Baby?
Yeah.
Just an average 5. Nothing wrong with the word. Good and bad.
Yeah.
I don't
it
really.
It could go either way, like
it could go either way. Yeah. But it started as an insult, the word, but
you can turn it.
You can turn it into there's a lot of Hollywood stars nowadays that are Nepo babies, and they're like amazing. So it's great.
Right.
They're really changing like the connotation of the word right now. Yeah.
So how about this word then?
Only child.
Because this is also who you are.
That's me as well.
You're an only child.
Yes.
Okay. So do you wish you had siblings, or you think, this is just perfect for me, works out really well?
I always wanted siblings.
Yeah?
Always. Younger though. I didn't want to get bullied by an older sibling. I've always wanted younger siblings. I wanted to take care.
You want a younger so you can bully them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
A little bit.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Yeah, that's how brothers and siblings work, right?
Break their arm. Send them to the hospital. No. I wanted to take care of somebody else, but yeah.
So what kind of big brother do you think you would be?
Oh my God. I think I'd be very caring.
Yeah.
Without, you know, patting my own back too much. But I notice things. You know, I'm a vigilant person, so I think I'd be attentive at the very least.
Yeah. Wow, nice.
Yeah.
So for only child, you give it?
Oh, you know, I'd actually give it. It's pretty good though. I'd say I want siblings, but it's a 9.
Yeah.
I think it's a 9. You get attention from your parents. You get. You might be a little lonely, but I think you really, because you spend a lot of time alone, you really find out who you are as a person, like your strengths, your weaknesses. I think that's really important.
Yeah. Okay. Just take in the goods and compensate for what you don't have elsewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll adopt a little brother.
Or
steal
dogs.
A child. Yeah. Oh, dogs too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's much better.
Dogs are great.
That's much better.
Okay. All right. How about this one then?
God's favorite.
Yeah, because this is what people like say about you sometimes too. Like, ลูกรักพระเจ้า you must have heard that, right?
Yes, I have.
It means basically you got everything. You got the looks, you got the brains, you got everything. So you're a full package.
Looks are subjective, and I'm not that smart. So, minus.
You do biology?
No, yeah. It's an interesting. I didn't realize people were so creative with complimenting you. That's the one thing about the Thai people. It's super creative way. I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
Nobody like compliments anybody like that in English, you know. So,
so when
I think it's really sweet.
So when you look into the mirror, what do you see?
I just see myself. I don't think too much about it. I don't anything about it. I don't like hype myself up or anything. I'm obviously aware, like to an extent, because in the industry you got to take care of yourself. You got to whatnot, but I don't obsess over it, you know. But I think I see my flaws. I think everybody does though. When they look at themselves in the mirror, they would notice the flaws more than the harmony, the good
Right.
parts. Yeah.
So for the word God's favorite, what do you think?
I think it's a sweet saying.
Like as a compliment, right?
Yeah, as a compliment. I think it's really sweet. So I'll give it a solid 10. There you go.
Nice. All right. Okay, so how about the other word that we heard that you were at one point in your life too?
English
teacher, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I was.
You used to teach English. So tell us about the experience.
So I always went to an international school as a kid, and over summer breaks they'd have teaching opportunities where you'd have to interview. You could become a teacher's assistant. You could teach different subjects. I did it almost every summer during high school, and I think maybe even late middle school I did it too. And I was always the English teacher, or I was also the librarian for a couple of years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a good experience. I taught very young kids, like elementary school. So definitely like 7, 8, 9, 10. No, nothing very old.
There's a ป
but
1 ป 2 kids,
ป
right?
1 ป 2 ครับใช่ป 1อาจจะมีป 3 บ้าง น่าจะ
Uh-huh.
ไม่เกินป 3 ครับ
Right. So do you like kids in general?
I do. I admire them actually. They're so free. They're so like authentic.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's not too easy to find nowadays.
They would call it as they see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. They're easy to deal with, I think. But you need patience to an extent because they are,
Right.
little rascals. Yeah.
Okay. So were they like mostly like great students to you?
They were when I first started teaching, I was like, oh man, am I gonna be good cop or bad cop? You know? Because when you grow up, you always have like the teachers that you love that are really nice, and then you have the more strict ones.
Yeah. So you have to think about the strategy early on.
At first, I was like, which one should I be?
And you thought what?
I couldn't. At the end of the day, I'm a nice cop.
Good cop, right?
I cannot be the mean teacher. Luckily, I had other people there helping me be the mean person. Yeah.
All right. Nice. Okay. How about another word that we also learned that you were at one point in your life too?
Concierge.
Right.
Yes.
You worked at the hotel, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
As like an intern or
also a summer job. Yeah.
Okay.
Also a summer job for I think 4 months or so.
Okay.
I was a concierge.
Concierge. So basically, what is the main responsibility of a concierge?
A concierge is basically the person in the lobby that you see when you enter a hotel. They're sitting behind the desk, but not the check-in desk. The guide. They're basically guides. So if you have any like travel plans or any accommodations you specifically want to ask or like specialize, individualize, you go to them. You ask them for like, oh, where should I go? Yada yada yada. You know, just general assistance.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I also heard at the like high-end hotel where they supposedly give like the best kind of service. These people like concierge, they can work magic. Like they can make any request possible. Have you heard that? Like
I have heard that, and I think my bosses at the time were that person. You know, my bosses, my supervisors at the time, they were so charming. I remember I noticed every concierge that was not me had so much charisma. They had so much confidence and so much aura, basically.
Right.
And I was like, oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Why am I here? Why am I here? What am I doing here?
It's like they got great connection. They got great information.
Yeah.
They're so resourceful.
They're
So
very
they can
knowledgeable.
make
They're
anything possible.
Super service-minded people.
Yeah.
And you have to be.
Right. Let's play a little game then. It's
God.
called Impossible Lobby. So Impossible Lobby.
Great.
So you're a concierge guy.
Yes.
And you're sitting at your desk in the lobby.
Okay.
And these people come to you with like nice and doable requests.
Nice doable requests.
Yeah.
The game is called what again? What's the game called? Impossible. Wow.
Lobby. So, okay, I'm gonna be our first guest.
Okay.
Hey, this hotel sucks.
Oh, great. Oh, we're sorry to hear that. If you'd like, you can write down your feedback. We have a site where you can leave a review, and you please let us know how we could do better next time.
Oh,
Yeah.
very smooth, very calm and collected. Do you think this kind of response would please the guest?
I don't think as long as they don't get more angry, that's good. You know,
okay.
as long as just let them let it out. You know, I don't the last thing you want to do, especially at work for anything, is take it personal. You know, so you just stay professional.
Don't slam your table.
Yeah, you just need a little bit of empathy. Just know, like, oh, they probably did have some. There's probably a root there. You know, like maybe it's unreasonable, but there's probably something that actually did go wrong.
Okay.
They're probably overreacting, but at least you can fix something. Yeah.
Would you engage them in conversation and try to find out what happened to them?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'd want to know because nobody gets angry from nowhere. You know, there's something there. Yeah.
Wow, such a great mindset.
Yeah, I guess so.
How about this one? Can you guarantee me a taxi ride from here to the airport in exactly 15 minutes? And I want to pay a flat 100 baht fare.
Oh, I don't know if we can do that for you. We can definitely get you a taxi. But to the airport, probably within 15 minutes I could get you a taxi. But with a flat rate of 100 baht, I don't think we can do that.
But that's all I have.
Right. Maybe we can arrange some sort of alternative for you to get there. Maybe you can walk to the BTS station first. I can get you like a map. I can show you exactly where to do. Or I can send you a taxi to a different spot where 100 baht would work.
You know what? Forget about the taxi. I want an elephant ride instead. Because, well, we're in Thailand, right? Yeah. Elephant ride.
Within 15 minutes? To the airport?
Yes.
Oh. I don't think we can do that either. That's just not something that we do here anymore. Maybe like a couple hundred years ago, but not to the airport. So no, I don't think we can accommodate that. But
you know, you keep saying no. That's all I hear. You keep saying no to me. I'm a guest.
We can have alternatives for you though. If you would like to go for an elephant ride, we can book a tour. There's many places.
But I need to go to the airport.
Right. I don't think we can accommodate that with an elephant ride.
Another no?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just not within my power or my ability to provide that for you. I'm really sorry.
Okay. You know what? The pool is very crowded and it's too crowded for my cat. And I want to take my cat to the pool. And she doesn't like small children too. Can you just go and make it like less people?
Oh, make it less people in the pool?
Yeah.
I don't even know if our pool allows pets. But if it does, unfortunately, our pool does not have a limited like occupancy. So I think you'll have to be able to handle the amount of guests there. I'll try to accommodate you. I'll try to make sure there's enough room. I'll talk to the guests about accommodating your cat who doesn't like kids. But I can't force any other guests to actually leave because they have as much right as you do to enjoy our facilities.
This is not fair to my cat.
I'm sorry, but other guests are allowed to use the pool as well. They have as much right as you do.
I see a guy with a dog at the pool.
Yeah, and you can bring your cat into the pool as well. You have every right to. And we'll try to make sure that your kids. We'll alert everybody that your cat specifically does not like kids. But I cannot force any guest to do something that they don't want to do.
You're being very patient.
Thank you.
And you're being very thorough with all the requests. All the nice requests that I give you.
Yes, very nice. Very nice.
This is how you would actually react.
Yes.
In the real situation with a jerk like me.
No, not a jerk. Not a jerk. Not a jerk.
Why? I'm being very jerk.
Just limited worldview.
ด่าเลยดีกว่า ด่าจะแสบน้อยกว่า โอ้จำไม่ใช้นะครับ limited worldview.
Limited worldview. They don't know better. Yeah. They It's fine.
Okay. So, what score would you give to the word concierge, your experience, or the word itself as a profession?
I would give it, this is my personal rating, I'd give it a solid 9.
Yeah.
It as an experience, it taught me so much. And as a role, as a job, those guys are so charismatic. Yeah, but it taught me a lot, but it didn't suit me 100%. I found out, but it was really good for me. Yeah.
You make a great one, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're very chill.
Yes.
And that's good. At least we know that you'll be also great in the service industry besides and showbiz. And I think being patient is great in showbiz too, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because you don't, and being able to adapt, I guess. I think because I mean just first project, but I know that there's ups and downs. There's moments where you'll be super busy, like you feel like you can't breathe, and there will be moments where it's like complete silence because it's not like a regular job. You don't have a constant schedule.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know you have to be ready for that.
Right.
I'm waiting for the quiet. No quiet yet, but yeah.
Right. So did your dad tell you about? I'm sure he did. Like about what can be expected in this career path. Like if you choose to do this, I've been there. Let me tell you that it's gonna be not so cheerful. Stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it ever since I was a kid. He didn't even tell me directly, but he is a person with he has a big private life. He likes his privacy, you know. So whenever we went out and we had food or whatever, he'd have little strategies like whenever he drink water, he'd have to take off the little label to make sure. Yeah, little stuff. He'd always face away from the entranceway of restaurants.
Right.
This little stuff that like he has to always think about that normal people don't. But I think those are very, to me right now at least, I'm very young and very new, very green, but I don't think it's that bad of a sacrifice right now. But you do sacrifice your personal life to an extent,
right?
And that's fair. It's a trade-off because you're also selling like some of your privacy, your like intimacy, right? So I think it's a fair trade-off, and I'm willing to do it.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves that you're still new because it seems to me like we've seen you for a long time already.
That's true.
And still you still very new. You just had your first series coming out.
Yes.
And what's next for AIM?
What's next for AIM?
Yeah.
Trying new things. Whatever they let me do, they allow me to do. Whatever great opportunity I get. As like the opportunities I've gotten already are amazing. I've had one MV before this that I got to play, and it was a great experience too.
Yeah.
Of course, my first series, incredible learning experience. But whatever they let me do, I will do my best, and I just want to try new things. I want to be able to try everything, and I think in this industry, there's no end. There's no limit to what new things you can do because every role is going to be different. Every day is going to be different. Every story is going to be different. It's so like there's basically infinite possibilities for an actor in this industry. So I'm really excited. To see what I can do. Yeah.
So have you ever watched your dad work, like see him on TV on his show, and you think to yourself, maybe I want to do that too, like just like my dad. Yeah.
I think I was brainwashed as a kid a little bit. Like every son looks up to their dad.
Sure.
Whether or not you want to admit it. And, I think seeing him with the spotlight has always made me like kind of want it, but I'm much more shy than he is. So I never thought I'd get the opportunity to, but here I am. So yeah, I think a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
So what else has your dad taught you or warned you or prepped you about
the industry? He just prepped me to be a fair person. A fair person who lives by morals, by principles. I'm sounding like a soldier here, but that prep I think allowed him to trust me to just live life, and he doesn't have to like babysit me. He doesn't have to be a helicopter parent. A lot of Asian kids have helicopter moms. Right, I had the opposite.
Right. Always
my dad and mom were just like, see ya. Bye. And then I handled myself. So I think he trusts me to that point. So yeah, it didn't teach me anything about the industry particularly, just how to be, I try to be a good person. That's it.
That's a great word, trust, right there.
Yeah.
Like work together with your child or your parents so we can create trust.
Yeah.
And then we can go on without like having to worry about each other like all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Because your dad would trust you to do the best thing or the right thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
But you'd have to prove it first. They'd have to know.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't
you have to earn it.
Don't
right?
like just. I'm not gonna tell parents just teach your kids and then just let them go. They have to show you that they have understood that fully.
Yeah. Anything else you want to tell the audience about this series?
Oh, there's so much. The series. I mean, conceptually, it's crazy. I think already. So that's already really interesting. But it's a series that I think everybody can relate to. It's got stories for everybody of every age. It goes from I had to play from a 22-year-old to a 31-year-old, and I had to go through so much. It's so much life stuff, and it's very fun. It's very dramatic, and I think there's something in there for everybody. And it at the end of the day, it makes me feel good. It's a happy story, but it is a roller coaster. So I hope you join us for the ride.
We're gonna cry, right? That's a safe bet to say that.
Oh yeah.
You're crying.
It's it goes deep.
So you get to play yourself. No, this guy in his like early 20s until his like 30s.
Yes.
And you are at the moment
25.
25. So right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Is it easier playing younger or older?
Younger.
Younger.
So much easier to play younger.
Because you've been there, right?
Yeah. I still have, my inner child is alive and well. I'm still a little kid.
And when you have to play a 31-year-old guy,
that's there too.
How does it feel?
It was weird because playing younger is easier, but the first cues of the shoot was the earlier episodes, so when I was younger. And that's when I was more green, more unused to the set and everything. So I got better as an actor as the series progressed, but the role also got harder. So I think there was a sort of balance there. But yeah, I think in terms of acting older, I do have a bit of an old man in me as well. I don't know, but I've never done like a mental age test. But I think everybody has aspects that, they can pull to relate that. Yeah.
Right. And we can't wait to see you at all ages.
Thank you. Yeah.
You have to play like through 9 episodes, and each episode's going to be like one year older.
Like we just picked the highlights of it a year. So much stuff happens in this.
So cool.
I feel like I played like so many series in one. Yeah, no, really. Like
that's
insane.
The best.
Yeah.
It's
got so much experience.
All right. Well, I have a lot of fun, and I think I get to know you a lot more.
Yes.
And you're a great guy. I like you.
Thank you. I like you too.
Thank you. All right. So just please go follow him on social media. Watch what he do and how he grows in the industry. I'm sure this is just the beginning, right? You have like a long way ahead of him. So just keep him company. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So and before we go today, of course, our show is called คำนี้ดี คำนี้ดีของเอมคือคำว่าอะไรครับ Your favorite word in both Thai and English.
Oh my God.
I know.
I have one in French. That is an English word.
That's even
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. You know it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like it's an undescribable charm. I just love that there's a word for that, and you can't describe it. That's it. It's just undescribable charm. I love that word.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I like that too.
Yeah. Thai. I honestly I really like Thai as a whole. I love how blunt everything is. It's just so direct with like the words,แบบพาร้องแบบแมงมุมแบบ it's so direct, but I have no idea a Thai word that I like.
It could be a saying. It could be a quote. It could be a phrase.
A phrase? It's an English word, but I say it all the time. Chill.
Okay.
Yeah. Multi-purpose.
มันกลายเป็นคำไทยไปแล้ว
ใครเป็นคำไทยแหละ
ใช่
เพราะมันไม่ได้ใช้แบบ like the English word.
I know.
Totally different.
Chill. That's great too.
Yeah.
All right, we got one in English from French, and we got one English that is Thai.
Thai. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Cool.
งงไปหมดแล้ว
That's just life, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Appreciate it so much. Thank you.
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ